Hello, everybody. Curious Quarter right here.
Ryan, aka Kratos, aka Impulse, aka Gwyneth Paltrow.
Where you get? Oh, Kratos used to be your screen name, right?
Long time ago, like 10 years
I
ago.
that was back when AOL had screen names, and I used to change mine like every couple of weeks just for fun.
And I used to use Kratos on all the forums.
hmm
It's still my name on some stuff, but not many.
I had like Solid Snake, and then like a bunch of numbers after it.
You had
That's a,
Sphincter for a long
I
time
still have
too.
Sphincter. That's a long story. But this is Call of Duty 3, of course. Not 3, but Modern Warfare 3. I forgot the name of the map. Do you remember? I wasn't paying attention when the
I don't
video
I don't
started.
remember. It's literally
Um,
been months since I've played this
Yeah,
game.
it's team deathmatch. This is an old one with me and you playing. You're right there. But we're gonna use the video, and that was just messed up. But we're gonna use the video to talk about primarily Capcom
Bullshit.
and kind of how they handle their business practices. I call it shady business practices because it is shady what they're doing to the consumers and the fans.
I agree.
But it. Do you think like the whole DLC thing kind of started back with, I think BioShock was like one of the first games that tried to sneak DLC onto the disc, and you downloaded pretty much an encryption code to unlock the DLC. Do you remember that?
I do remember.
hmm
I'm not too sure on who did it first.
Yeah, I think BioShock was one of the first ones that got flack for doing something like that.
It was already on the disc.
Yeah, because I remember it was DLC for something for.
It couldn't have been the first
It
Bioshock
was.
because Bioshock doesn't have any
Yeah, it's
DLC.
one of. I think it was
Or
BioShock 2 that did it.
it does have DLC, but it's small DLC, so maybe it is on the disc. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I know Resident Evil 5 did that with some of their stuff, like the Mercenaries.
Oh yeah,
They were pretty much already on the disc. You just had to download the encryption code. But basically, DLC is supposed to stand for downloadable content. But pretty much now it kind
I
of stands
think
for disc locked content,
I
if you want
think
to call it
DLC
that.
is just ruining everything
It is.
altogether.
Like, the main idea of what DLC was supposed to be was cool. To, add extra levels, add extra characters,
The perfect examples for that, like I said before, is Grand Theft Auto 4 with the Ballad of
Ballad
Gay
Gay Tony,
Tony
yeah.
and
Lost
the
and Damned.
Lost and Damned and Red Dead Redemption with Undead Nightmare. Like that's what DLC is supposed to be. DLC is supposed to add hours and hours of gameplay.
It's supposed to extend the main game.
And like I guess it's just me being an old school gamer. It's like
Because we grew up, in like the Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Genesis era.
that's why I'm not a fan of this era of gamers altogether. No
Yeah.
offense to anybody,
No offense to the young people. Because there's young people out there who kind of still share the mentality we have.
but I just think DLC altogether is it's just an insanely bad idea because people are just taking advantage of it, especially EA and
Capcom's the worst,
Capcom.
though.
I'm sure you've all heard about the
The
whole
fiasco.
cross Tekken. It's
Yeah.
already on the disc, and what's sad is like when I heard about it, like I was interested in the article, but honestly, it didn't surprise me that much because like the colors for Ultimate Marvel 3 and the alternate costumes, those are actually on the disc too.
hmm
But yeah, I just think it's insane. It's a terrible idea.
Yeah, like, it was supposed to be stuff that you downloaded to extend the life of your game, but now, primarily Capcom is the worst at it. They're basically charging you for a game that you paid full price for. And the way I see it is you're paying $60 for a game.
Which is insane already.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to pay extra. You bought the disc
That
already. You bought all the stuff that's on the disc, even if it's locked.
that reminds me of the freaking the Prothean DLC for Mass Effect 3. Like, okay, how are you like seriously like having the Prothean in your squad and his whole mission is it's very important to the story
hmm
altogether. It's like seriously, how are you gonna make that DLC on day one when like if you have a customer going out of his way
To
to
actually
drop 60
buy,
bucks
yeah,
or 80 bucks for
for
the
the
people who
collectors.
bought the collector's edition. But I mean, I guess if you bought the
You
collector's
got it
edition,
free,
you get the
right?
DLC anyway.
Yeah.
But the people who couldn't maybe afford the collector's edition,
Or they couldn't find it.
yeah, it's like if a customer is loyal enough to go out and buy your game the day it
Which
comes
most
out
of the
for
Capcom
60
people
bucks.
are. I mean, we're fans of Capcom. It's tough because you wanna like they make games that are good, but then they gouge you afterwards. You know, mainly with Street Fighter Cross Tekken. You know.
I love how nobody plays that game anymore.
No, I completely lost interest. I mean, I wasn't good at the game to begin with, but like I don't want to play it. You know, like I don't have the drive to play it. But what they're doing is wrong because they're charging you pretty much twice. So like I said, you bought the disc, you should own everything that's on the disc already. And back when we were growing up, to unlock new characters or costumes or
That
stages,
just meant playing the damn game.
yeah, you played the hell out of the game.
You want a good example of that? Look at freaking Metal Gear Solid 3 or Metal Gear Solid 2
Yeah.
or Devil May Cry 3. As long as you play the game, like you can be playing that game for years and years and just still unlocking collectibles and alternate costumes. I miss the days where the alternate costumes and the secret missions were like
Stuff
just
you
took
play through to
you
unlock, yeah.
playing on a harder difficulty, not going to the marketplace to drop 800 or 1200 Microsoft points on it.
Well, the video's over, but I have a feeling you still have more to say about it, so I could have a second video. We'll just cut this video, make it like part one, and then we'll make a part two.
It's
So
a good idea.
I'm curious, Corduroy,
Gwyneth,
and
Impulse, Kratos, Ryan,
pedophile,
to
and
an extent.
and we will see you in part two of this video.